The Queen Mother came to Ware on July the 8th, 1978. Crowds gathered to greet Her Majesty to celebrate the reopening of Place House. 40 years later, some of the same young people in that crowd came together to celebrate the event again.
I can remember 40 years ago coming with my brownie pack and lining up waiting for the Queen Mother to come. And the children were very, very excited.
And a success story of renovation, from dilapidated ruin to your community use today. Between delicious cream teas, there was music and talks about life in Ware long ago.
Now, Ware in the 17th century was already a well-established market town. David Perman's work on the Ware charity record shows it was actually flourishing in the 14th century.
Why we are so attached to historic buildings that have a sense of place.
The chairman's finished. The tables are being turned. The food's all been put to one side, and there's the shiny tables. And then maybe somebody starts to sing.
Living in the Great Hall in medieval times. Then a contrast, fast forward to daily life in 1978.
We were wearing polyester. Oh, anybody was wearing polyester. Oh, and bouffant hair. You pulled it up, and then you got the good old hairspray,
and how to identify the scarf joint and the crown post, evidence that made Place House the poshest place in the county.
It was a royal place for having meetings and was important to the town and the manor and all the big knobs who came down here to collect their rents or suppress their peasants or whatever they did. Anyway, that's Cecil's drawing of it. Now the joint that I showed you at Cressing, which goes down and up and down, is up behind. You can see it from where you are, I think. And we've got kind of made a joint. If you want to see what it's like, that's how it is. That's how it fits together. And that's why we get so excited. And that is, in most people's opinion, the most sophisticated, complicated, expensive, elaborate scarf joint that ever was in the world. But this is by far the poshest. And you know, that's why we got so excited.
More music and more cream teas, and young visitors experience the life of a wealthy child living at Place House. Dorothy Abel-Smith summed up the success of the day.
it's well used, it's very good value in the centre of Ware, and people enjoy the atmosphere here and the history, which means so much to us. Some have never been before, and we hope they will go away with good memories. Wonderful speakers, and our music has just brought it all together, and we're very proud.
Get a sense of place and 700 years of history at Place House Hall now. It's available for hire for community events and private functions. Check the dates for open days from spring to autumn. And those cream teas too.